really going to have to.
Alright, let's get into this. We got Sentinels on defense. You can hear from the crowd. And we got Crew on attack.
Here we go, folks.
And Prius
Lotus
is
starting on this defense side.
drunk.
We'll get you a view of the situation momentarily.
Okay.
Crew importantly have emerged out towards the rubber
right.
side here, inching their way towards A.
Let's ignore the start.
Slowly able to cross as it's relatively passive from SEN. They have that vice over towards C. A lot of hype going Zelsis away from the desk, and definitely justifiably so. He has been fantastic on that agent.
Sentinels with a heavy punish of C at the moment. I imagine the war's in line with this, right?
Really light hold on this side of the map for Sentinels. Much of that vice util over
It's going to be a
towards
straight up
C.
retake. It's going to be a 5v5 retake.
And the raid who'd get busy.
And Crew don't use too much util. They still got triple flash. Yeah, there goes one of the flashes. I like this from Crew.
Doesn't have much to do until those reinforcements get there. Mizzino takes a glancing blow and Kesnick is a little bit low. Prowler goes over the top there and Nelson's already ascended. John and Zek can get involved.
Shy can still win this.
Distance there, and Kesnick now reveals himself surely traded. John's finding himself free.
John killed everyone.
Sen allow Crew to come into that A side and have the retake util.
1-0, Sentinels and the Pistols.
Crew really tried to take the fight to them there in heaven. And SEN were all grouped up for pushing through there. Easy for them to find those kills.
Yeah, DJ, it's the first time I've seen this tick. It looks nice, man. It's out here flexing.
Oh my god, what a shot. That one though, John Cutie connecting multiple kills early into this game.
And this is probably going to be a trend that we see exhibited by Crew in this series. They really want to fight. They really want to force the issue and take contact.
Judge?
When
Whoa, what the? Judge Stinger.
Try and exploit that.
Again, Zelsis over on this C
Kesnet
side.
buys a hero Sheriff.
Over here, just jiggling for that early info. Kesnet, the one player over on
Sentinels managed to set one up over towards A. Honestly, any bit of damage is good for Crew on this one.
Kesnet will take that orb. Looks like priority towards
Yeah,
dimensional
can try to get his ult early on. Prowler cleared over towards B, and with that, Shy takes a little bit of space.
This is a very good setup for SEN if the C hit does come in. You just have Zelsis baiting for John Cutie in the corner with the Judge, who'd be able to clean up all of those attacking Crew players with ease.
Simply Naya, thank you so much for the 3 months, mate. Appreciate the prime usage. Thank you for that, dude.
Bang has not pushed up on that A side here. It's actually a pretty passive line he's holding.
What's my thoughts on the regen shield? It's like, it's kind of,
switch back.
It's fine, I guess.
Yeah, he hears it, flashed out briefly.
Some people buy it, sometimes it pays off. Honestly, if they're going to add something into the game every year, I would like it to be something like this. I think the Outlaw's a bit too much. I think the Outlaw's like really strong. But if it's something that like gives you some options but isn't crazy, I think that's good. I get worried when they put guns in. Like the moment they put a new shotgun in, it's going to be devastating for everyone involved.
Out of the open, Zekin deals with him pretty comfortably. However, Crew get in onto this A site once more. Bang was in a similar position in the pistol. Dropped down, got taken down by Kesnet, but SEN were able to win it out. Let's see how this rolls through. The Bulldog barks and bites, apparently. Adverso screaming heap, and it's up to Melson.
Legit, no damage at the moment.
And it is a fully fledged, full
no damage. That is as clean as you can get it.
Happy to get that very clean anti-eco. It required them to offer up the site. A little bit of an economic benefit to Crew getting that spike down for a second round in a row, but ultimately, who's the real beneficiary of the situation? It's SEN retaining all 5 of their weapons.
More agents. I mean, they do that anyway. But there's a trend at the moment in the off-season. They add something new into the game that's like in the buy menu.
We'll try to set it up, or a round where they could opt to go for more of an aggro play, set something up with Zekin, getting it deep on the raise with your breach.
It was anti-eco protocols last round.
Okay, so the bonus isn't... Well, honestly, I was about to say the bonus isn't great, but you got a Judge and you got NA players on the Stinger. Oh, that looked... Oh, that looked so close. They almost timed it well.
Zekin gets off the line. Bang is going to be playing inside this smoke and thinks twice about it. TP away behind the screen of that fight.
Mizzino tanked a dink during this as well. Although Crew get out towards A, it's so costly.
Space after a big exchange of utility. You had John over towards C. He's rotating into spawn, and Shy is so concerned about potential flanks at this point. You know, and indeed, SEN, they are trying to prod on defense. They're trying to throw something unorthodox at Crew to
run a second bonus. I mean, you pretty much do run a second bonus, right?
Carbon copy of a previous round.
Just funneled into A. Bang is in heaven. Time to play for retake yet again.
The difference is, though, Zekken hasn't caught anybody on the cross, so no free kills early in this round.
I mean, the retake last time, John managed to kill 3. This time he has a judge, so that should be impossible.
Definitely some danger.
And Bang doesn't have his Omen flash, and just purely because of that, Crew should win.
You know, these SMGs could get easy kills here, and Mazzino there, he goes down, he was low.
And that's just across the side there. Bang finds a tight angle, but the Razorvine is going to slow this up a little bit.
It's so hard for him to get out of this choke point. Oh.
Zelsus is on the wrap here. Going to be a push towards top in a trade. I think SEN are going to be happy with that, but Shy's going to be a problem there in drop. He's found his second. Zelsus is going to be there, but he's got nothing but a stinger to work
honestly, I was worried. As soon as that kill came in, I was a little bit worried, but it should always be very, very hard for Sentinels to actually do anything without the Omen flash.
Certainly getting what they came for.
Unless they have like pressure here or
but not at the range. He's desiring. Shy able to shut down
Will they ever add a defuse kit to Valorant? I don't think so, but never say never.
I like that first opening where you had one player.
That would really mess everything up. The fact that you can get it half.
But jumping that far forward, you are in waiting arms of Shy, who is playing down low. So well done from Crew, finally able to convert on one of these A post plants, but you have to wonder how much of that just comes down to the fact that they had a significantly better buy this time.
Exactly. I mean, and the fact that Shy
imagine the Zeus. Dude, the Zeus is really strong.
Play off that to bleed the clock.
Again, we're heading into this fast A brawl, exchange of utility.
Again!
Hey, this time the nade went, this time the nade went deeper. They must have looked at the damage done, and oh my god, this is a buy v buy, and we are just hitting the 11-second mark, and it's a 2v2 already. Such a heavy commitment from everyone.
And in the meantime, Shy was just playing in
the Zeus would be fun, the Zeus would not be fun on this game. Like the reason it works in CS is because there's not many choke points like this, right, where it's just small choke points. The whole of Valorant is small choke points.
And now they can just take their time over towards Mound. They're going to have to eventually proc this wall from Zelsus.
What's the Zeus? It's in a it's a gun in CS that is basically like a taser, but imagine it one-shots. Imagine a Bucky that costs, what is it in CS, like 200?
From the Mound direction now, the door's going to go open.
Utility certainly does favor Crew though, having the breach alive, having that stun from
300
cycle back up.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Tries out of util essentially though.
This is a great reposition. I really like this from Crew. They even have the archers
similar to a shorty. You only get one shot though. If you miss it, you're done.
They can swing off it together. This is really good for them.
It's a big moment here now. Fault line comes through. Neither SEN player affected by this. John wants to push up past this now. There's the flash coming out. John needs to find two, and it won't be enough. Crew back to back.
Respect for Crew.
That is the exact situation.
2 in a row. Because they kept the clean eco though, they should be
fantastic.
All right for a buy here.
In those 2v2s post plant, 3v3s post plant, and when it comes down to the 1v1, he comes up the majority of the time. That is when he is a force. Despite
how did they manage to get the kills back here?
Kesnet did good. Exact util combo. He almost died to not 2 minutes.
It recharges now? Don't tell me that. What do you mean it recharges?
Into that spot there. So that C's comes down in the same spot. But again, both these teams happen to throw down early on in the round. That fight for rubble, I think, is going to be an evolving tale over the course of this map. That was a close one.
It was an early timeout.
Already we're into this early timeout call from Sentinels, as they've won the pistol and now things have gotten out of hand. Crew's economy
you have to do 1k steps to charge it. Guys, stop trolling me, man.
Ultimates when we get back into this. SEN force down on.
Shoots it and it recharges in 30 seconds. You're telling me you got rechargeable guns in CS now? They distill everything from Valorant, even the bad stuff of running and gunning.
Where they're going to have the economy on the line and their ultimates to play with, so that round 7 when we get to it is going to be massively important, or 6 rather.
One of the biggest issues for Sentinels, they said, coming out of Bangkok was when they're confronted by something unexpected, they freeze up and don't have that adaptation. That's something that Zekken said in that moment after they were eliminated.
Yeah, that very
a team like Crew is going to test them.
Speech that Zekken had to his team.
I mean, I expect to see that in this game. Crew are going to throw you those curveballs repeatedly.
I mean, especially considering they've never played Lotus in 2025.
All right. A little bit wrong with the money. Did they have to make a... Oh, they had to make a choice here. They had to get a pretty good low buy. Smallest John was like fully wrecked money-wise. And the rate.
Stand a consistent king.
I'm excited to see
Crew win the overall battle of going aggro towards A.
Look, big ult round here for Crew. Dimensional drift.
So we will have to see if Sentinels want to fight this again later, or if they're down to do like a punish.
Work with here, but more of a re-clear option should be needed. A bit of a pistol round here though for Sen.
Yeah, and they're saying, I think these guys like the A site. What if we just play with 3 players in the site right now and try to stack this up a little bit? Dimensional drift.
Big Brother's watching.
Yeah, get that valuable info.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute, Rolling Thunder comes out. Tekken actually pulls a showstopper here.
Yeah, and they're gonna. But honestly,
to follow up on the breach done. So
with the Razor, they took away the breach ult and the Yoru ult.
Mizzino's gonna be happy he even got that kill in the first place.
Much space, and it's a 4v4.
Second just zooming around the corner. That had to be a fast reaction. Crew trying to force this into A still. There are 3 SEN players here and another on the way.
Playing close, they've still got a lot of
There's 3 people on site. They all swing together.
The swing flash comes in, narrate falls, Bang's gonna be good for 1, and this is dangerous, Crew. You do not want to test the SEN when they're embedded in a cycle like this. But there's no time to pull out. 20 seconds left in the round. Crew are fully committed. In for a penny, in for a pound. And Melton needs to make an opportunity happen here, but he's low! Chopped to pieces by the Sheriffs. And Kesnet has to bail his team out of this unenviable situation. Healthy as he is, the smoke dissipates and Zelsis will fall. Bang and John have to put this together.
Crazy round for Sentinels. 2 guns to pick up, and yeah, you can see it, man. Devastating round for them. And they invested 2 ults in. Dude, Zekken got so much for his ult.
I'm being totally honest. Kaplan just telling the
so much for his ult, and then everyone from Sentinels is just playing so well together.
They cannot resist the temptation.
Did they have to commit A? Not really. They definitely could have pivoted, but
to the extent that they commit the role,
like in the 4v4, they could have pivoted. At the end here, there was like 20 seconds they could have got the spike down towards B, but they didn't know where one player was, I'm pretty sure.
For the rest of the team to rotate there, stack it up again. I mean, we're just forcing that situation way too hard. Mistake exploited by Sen.
I mean, yeah, think about the value of that
the pivot. Really yeah, I thought when they saw,
and you get a trade on a pistol round, it's pretty decent.
They saw 2, and then they had the Razor, so they saw 3.
Everybody on Crew being on those light armors, and
dude, you get that. They could definitely get a little bit tilted.
Young Zelsis is on the Daka. We have the
love to see the Outlaw. Everyone can get 1 shot.
Not going to get much action this round. There was finally
John saving his ult for the big buy round, you would imagine.
Compulsion to go to the A side of the map. Not committed yet, with only 3 players to work with. Crew trying to tease something out of this C site. We've seen Crew get a little antsy when they're starved of information.
Zekken waits and gets the kill. Yeah, Mizzino kind of stuck around and found out.
At the very least, so he was able to recover 1 orb over towards Mound, so, you know, eventually, no matter what happens this round, he'll have the Armageddon in the future when they get to the next buy. Tiny consolation for Crew as they hope to get into this C site where Sen have the read. They are stacked up. Paranoia ready to go off sound cues from Crew. This should be an easy cleanup.
Yeah, Bang is virtually vibrating with anticipation here. They come here with the Paranoia. It's devastating. And Bang is ready for Melton to take that high ground.
Real nice.
Swatted down by one of the most elite site anchors in the game.
Dude, ever since they put him in the middle seat,
he is always good for a couple.
He looks
when
great.
You hit his sight,
the confidence seat.
Take a part of the map where he is stood.
Again, he is not pressed whatsoever. The Paranoia is perfect.
Gun water, toss me gun water, toss me gun water.
Sen City.
All right. Now, on the full buy, ultimates in hand. I don't want to control. Let's see.
I mean, he's brimming with confidence. I can't blame him. Play off the one way, but has the TP once the guided salvo comes in. At 11-3, proud as a peacock up on that C site, daring Crew to test him, and they will.
Yeah, and they at least find out that the wall isn't here.
Resulted in him not getting a whole lot of action. A little bit on the retakes, but obviously it's been Crew favoring over towards A. And I love this setup from Sen. They're just able to stack one side of the map.
Three-person hold
You don't
here.
want to come into the stack.
At one point, they're going to clear this question mark. And they do it with no util, so they don't really hear about it. And honestly, they wouldn't be close enough to hear about it anyway. They clear C, they clear B with the Prowler. It's going to be a heavy, heavy rotator. The 50-second mark is very nice for Sentinels.
Narrate here for Zelsis to play off. Door going to open. Kesnet actually wants to challenge this.
So we can see from Crew, they're going to late clear over towards B, so they have the option of pivoting. And
John inserts into this A
Melza is looking for
really
this.
feeling himself here.
And that is the beauty of the Vice. The delay you get from the Razor Vines allows for
And then with that kill, you got to pivot B right now. You know that they're stacked here.
We're going to bounce to B here.
Yeah, it's the easiest call of a lifetime.
Sen realize it, but they're about half a second behind.
Yeah, that's an excellent mid-round call from Adverso, trying to get into the site. Aftershock to force Zekken back, not allow a flood.
Narrate needs to wait for this. The timing couldn't
Oh
be
man,
good.
these nade tethers
Spacing
are
going to be crucial here. Mazzino's really
pretty
struggled
disgusting.
with some of these raise nades coming in. Mel's rate a couple in this first couple of rounds
Love
too.
this pause.
Okay, here comes that Annihilation here. Well, the Armageddon, excuse me, but there's Zekken from up on high. He's able to take the one at least. Kesnet wants to push
Might
up
want
and
a
Ray
Visor.
gets into the game now.
Might want to
3
get close and
versus 3.
Visor.
How do you get value out of this Odin here for Zelsis? Hold him one for the boys, maybe. Steel Garden gotta be popped. That, of course, is from Shy. And there it is. Zelsis has found Adverso. Happy to hold that line. Narrate with a shorty as well. Oh, that hurts. That stings. Ooh. Shy down to 52, but Zelsis has a lot of work to do now, and he will be surrounded. Tough pill to swallow for Sentinels. Crew get a crucial round back.
Painful for Narrate.
Yeah,
trying to take that fight with the shorty. The ideal weapon for when you're getting hit by the Steel Garden. That is tough, but that is also a Sen losing a round to Crew, who throw everything they've got into this win. And necessary that they do that with the state of the economy. They needed that win desperately.
And Sentinels already getting themselves those 4 defense-sided rounds. It's a pretty comfortable spot to be in. Sort of so
There's the
early
money.
Here on Lotus.
Oh, yeah,
money's really low for Crew. They got to win this one. Good news is they got the Yoru ult.
They've been keeping a tight lid on Crew's economy.
Last time it didn't get in too much.
Very awkward ecos, stopping any of that momentum to build. But good first blood from Kesnet.
Apparently through smoke entirely.
Nah, he's on top right.
Just perched in that corner.
He was above the smoke.
Okay, like a re-clear here of A, but Crew playing pretty compact here. And now we have the Viper spit over towards the C side, maybe rendering that as a non-option.
Wow, they want to fight close with this paranoia. What is this?
What's the plan here?
Yeah, oh, it's madness. He's going for it.
Wow.
He's pushing this.
Fair play. The plan was sick.
Me? That's 2 consecutive rounds of Bang, maybe overheating just a bit after a great start here. Where's the recovery going to be for Sentinels? It might be too much to ask here.
Nice. Util's real nice.
Mazzino's classic deals with Zelsis. It's up to John in a
Mazzino's like, please, man, give me that orb. I want this orb.
The primary weapons out of Crew's hands, they were just up in the numbers. The utility from them was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, he'll take that. Mazzino's actually so fine with that.
Ultimately, should
gets
just
his ult with the death.
Kill.
John trying to see what he can get here. This will be Crew looking to even up the game. Silver lining. Sen in a position, obviously, to still buy up in that next round, look competitive. John obviously hoping to do some economic damage because Crew's money.
It's nice from Crew as well. They're not like hunting too heavy.
It's a little here and there.
They need to keep their money good.
Getting another gun in this round, I think, would serve John well. He himself is pretty flush. And I think, honestly, we're going to start looking a little bit closer at what Bang is doing. Is he pushing up on these lurks? He's looked incredible in these multi-kill scenarios, but he's maybe just overstepped in the last couple of rounds.
I liked the idea from Sen there after they initially lost Zekken. John pops that Viper's Pit over on C, essentially saying, it's going to be a challenge if you're hitting this site. And then Sen stacked 3 players up towards A here, but this, frankly, was just messy. Bang playing forward alone, taking that fight alone, while the rest of the team are being forced back by this util, overwhelmed. You had the dimensional drift from Kesnet spotting everyone out. That was fantastic from Crew.
Yeah, man. The slow-mo really.
They had played in a more clean fashion.
Really hit home there. That looked awful.
The max.
Tight game now.
Definitely didn't look that bad in real time.
Kesnet wants to push out. There's actually no smoke here towards Rubble this time. No attempt at tapping the ult from Sentinels. They've gone back to this, well, a little more backseat approach to defense on Lotus.
Every time Crew do an A default though, like at the beginning,
certainly making their presence
feels like it looks a lot easier for them.
To say the least.
Now, can they follow up on a Rolling Thunder if necessary? Because last
yeah,
time
and they've actually like worked out where the wall is as well.
Pretty
much when they get free A control, they've worked out that the wall is here.
to deny some passive info gain from
And
Sentinels.
anytime there's some kind of pressure here, they pretty sure it's there.
One after another to get info, rolling thunder to get in, but no one from Crew can actually make.
Okay, but
that effort.
that's
They
meant
wanna
to
go
pull the
into B
rotate off
anyhow,
of
just
here,
a
so then you
pivot
don't
to
have
a
to
site
worry
that they
about
hope is
heaven.
free.
So it's part of the sale. Crew get themselves into this B side, make no mistake. Now Ray pretty close here to oh my god, that was pretty scary.
Real? Is that a real thing?
No, he was pinged out, of course. All right, able to see him. Here comes second, has to go and take the fight, but where's the follow-up? Narrate is there for one. Bang caught inside the Razor Vine, and that wall's going to come down sooner
that was
rather
a
than
nice
later.
shot. Good
It would be
timing from
exposed in
Mazzino
that
here.
case,
Can't
and
get much
Mazzino
better
was
than
put
that.
in the perfect spot. Bang can't see the wood for the trees. It's
Sentinels
shy.
down to
We'll
an
end the
eco.
round.
I love these
And
pivots.
yeah, I
from
liked
A
it.
to B in
Little
the
fake
middle
over towards
portion
A
of
with the
this
ult,
half
insta
from
pivot
Crew
towards
after
B, pull the
go back.
rotates off,
Starting the
smokes
half,
are good.
just slamming their
Force them to
heads
get through
into
sight.
the
You
wall
got
of A.
solid positioning from Malza after doing the ult over towards A. Every single time they pivot over towards B, they always have someone here. They had Shy here, and they had Malza here on this one.
Fantastic post-plant setup. Mazzino on this late lurk. We have presence in main.
I mean, to commit a rolling thunder in order to sell that fake is pretty substantial investment. So they've got to feel good that they're able to have a really clean post-plant scenario there.
So what do you reckon they talk about going aggro on? They ever talk about going aggro on A?
God, I feel for Cubit. Somebody help him.
They talk about going
He's looking
aggro
extremely
somewhere,
matter of fact
basically.
here.
It doesn't
Again,
have
this
to be A, but
acceptable, I feel like, for Sentinels.
probably will be.
Kaplan's not going to be saying that, but a good start to this game off sort of winning
if
the
I'm
pistol,
Crew
getting those
here,
4 rounds, but
I'm
we need
expecting a
something. This next
heavy
buy
A,
for them has to be big.
and
They've
then
got
I
the
would
Nightfall
probably
available
have
now.
4
Of course,
people
their
ready to
Showstopper's
react
not
over
far away.
towards
There's
C.
2 orbs off, so defensively, you can look to try and make a play with those, or even to shut down some of these fast hits with the dissuasion of having a showstopper at all.
Second timeout, yeah, it just shows that they feel like they need more rounds,
Sen immediately won
first
the
of
next
all,
round. It was an eco,
and it also shows that they have good confidence in their attack. And just remember, if you kind of start doing the comeback anyway, you can just use their timeout.
If you will.
Zenix999 with the tier 1. Thank you for the 14 months, dude.
That's a game changer.
I like this call from Crew. I think this is good. It's obviously going to go aggro A, so you can kind of just be ready to react here.
It is some deep lore. All right. This time, though, Crew, who have been favoring opening towards that A side and
yeah, and they got device that can at least
finding
listen.
success there, they're going to take things slow towards C.
It's not the most util, but I think they're in for it.
Zelsa's over at that C side as opposed to being solo A. Again, looking at the weaponry, I think is probably why Zekin buys down, at least he's able to get a Vandal in hand. John also. Because Zelsa's playing forwards here. It's going to be a clone that crosses by him. He's fortunate not to take any sort of incidental spray damage there.
About the Killjoy turret.
Far from settled,
He's
and Bang
gonna
again is
be
not
playing
really
here a
moved
little bit
past
more
that
often, and
rubble point.
honestly, you're prowling it all the time.
Sen player
Like your most common use of prowlers on defense.
Pushed to the point that they were in the attacker spawn. They immediately just got killed by shots.
If you didn't have the Viper,
pushing off C.
They do not want to relive that miserable experience.
Zelsis
This is uncomfortable.
No way!
Okay, apparently Zelsis gets away with that.
in the open next to him.
In his way. Gets away from the Razor Vine. Flash comes in. Zelsis hears this. Has the Stinger, pretty well suited for this kind of range as Paranoia comes in. He doesn't care. He knows approximately where Verso is. Surely not
done
another
an absolute masterclass. Now he killed 3.
Oh, Crew have just sacked another round here. Thrown it into the crater of Krakatoa, and Sentinels get to 5.
I'm stunned. I need to see on the replay. What was that? Any eyeball
how's he got 1, let alone 3?
Anybody with ocular nerves, perhaps?
What was happening in Maine? I would love to know.
Okay, Flash goes in. I can't believe he's allowed to get away with this. No one even looks.
I guess they just assume it's impossible for him to be over there. Like, he wouldn't go into the... okay, that is bizarre.
Like, who in their right mind will be standing inside the Razor Vine?
2 Kaplan timeouts, both resulting in an immediate eco round win. Yep. We'll take it.
Didn't even have to douse his players in Saratoga water, which is impressive.
I can't believe it. With a double salvo, it's a 50-50.
They've had enough of the C side.
To which side they go?
Okay, Zelsis here sits pretty shoulder peak, yields a pretty decent amount of information.
And gives some fair info to Crew as well, who know that if they hit this site, they're going to be running into the Vice setup. They know they're going to have this diagonal wall to contend with. Flash over
Narrate's playing
standard
kind of crazy with Fatal, in my opinion, but okay.
Okay, Crew again. biding their time. It's going to be
at least they were doing it together.
Unsurprisingly. Aftershock sort of confirms that no one is tucked in this corner, so Kesnet will continue to look to take liberties. There's a sheer wall ahead of him. This is all going to bleed clock. It's going to have to be a play through tree in second. He just found the timing.
So
Finger
fast.
on the pulse. Kesnet without one now. And here comes that Nightfall. Information galore now for Sentinels to make informed decisions about the setup. No plant yet, of course, and 26 seconds left in the round. Time is getting thin for Crew. The Wicked's burning. And where do they go from here? It's awkward. Try and pull their way out, but how do they get to another side?
Guys, you got no time. They're just so loud of that.
Shy finds the one. With 10 seconds left, there's not much more to do except for Sen to try and wrest these guns away.
One of the... Dude, honestly, a couple of really weird rounds back to back.
Success on these big site executes. Sen have been lights out on defense, playing around the win con of this comp, which is to stack up one side of the map, let your Vice delay on the other, and that delay will allow you enough time to rotate that death ball of players over, all fight together, stop the hit for coming in all together. This really has been lovely play from them.
Dude, every time Crew get here,
it's a question I want to roll over onto their defense side as well.
It looks...
They just can't find any
It doesn't look great. Like, as soon as they take tree control and attack, it just feels like they're going to lose the rounds.
Tie things up, get one more round on attack, which is typically the side we look at as being favored on Lotus.
Second's got a showstopper in this round as Bang has the TP away from this pretty standard util combo. Fault line plus the salvo. Bang is on the C side, not playing passively towards rubble here.
Shy's 2 away from his ult, but they decide to try get Kesnet his ult.
Perhaps not this time.
Yeah, they're just pivoting back through spawn, headed over towards A, but you can see actually that dimensional drift sent towards C, where they've still got Melser inserted, so they have full intention of going back if necessary. They just want to get the rotates over to A right now. That is awesome from Zelsis, able to spam through the wall to get rid of the clone so the wall doesn't get triggered.
Yeah, it actually protects his
And the gate crash also is used ultimately there by Kesnet. He's not convinced that A is the play. Looks like
one person fake from Advanced, so
kind of what you tell her where the action's going to be, I imagine.
Opens up the door and then he's going to ult like this.
Maybe would have to join them.
Smoke over towards the A side as well.
From Sen, playing off of
probably gets the tail already. Yeah.
Heaven Armageddon will force any players out of those spam angle positions that you could take towards B main, allowing Crew free access.
And if they got Shy's... If they got Shy's AWP here, they would have been able to have a Vice ult.
They knew about this before they hit this B side anyway. Bang's going to fall though. That's Melter finding something over towards Mound here. He won't opt to push up into Waterfall or anything crazy like that, but here's this TP. Okay. Zeknir gets onto the site. Showstopper gets him there. Now it's a matter of Sen holding this real estate. Finds it off, Shy avoids it, and there's Zelsis falling. He tries to take a swing, and Mizzino's looking dangerous. 17 health in a dream.
Dude, the after plants on B though are lovely.
We're going to be regretting
heavy
not just going to
prioritize
B
like
over and over. They have won
people on the
every round that
sides.
they got the plant down on that site. Really excellent post-plant setups there, and that flash from Shy got mega value. You could see it completely blind up Zekin on entry with a showstopper, as well as 2 other players that were getting in with him.
And also kind of a raw contact retake there from Crew as they make their way back into the B site. They know they've got to clear because of the showstopper. Get out of there. They wait it out. Beautifully done.
It's not that bad.
It's an even game heading into the half. Our first map of Lotus is promising to be a bit of a banger, so don't go too far. Much more to come from this series between Sentinels and Crew Visa.
It's for you. Do you like it? Come on, Charlie. Use your new door. Come on, let's go. I said go. Let's go. Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for a cat. Red Bull gives you wings.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
Did you see G2 Anders as America's Cooked? It's a good pickup for them, for sure. He's got a good record, and honestly, from what Minnie says about him, he's very useful. Nuzzles, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate the 5 months. I think he's one of those guys that thinks a lot differently to others as well. And I'm not saying that it's always 100% right, but I think you can always pick and choose what you believe in from that. the last bit was sometimes that's what I mean. Sometimes it's the hit or misses is there, but I think majority of the time it's a hit. So it's up to you what you want to pick from it. Zero Fight as well with the tier 1. Thank you with the 12 months. I think as well, if you have like a comp that you want to use, I imagine that he probably has a different way of you using that comp as well. That's always good to just add more stuff to your strat book.
Here on Lotus,
I prefer the Sentinel or the Crew comp. I prefer the Sentinel comp.
Side of this map, but curiously, 2 of them are huge thrifty rounds that really break the back of Crew as they're trying to get into this game.
They'll definitely be regretting not trying to go for as many of those late round pivots, hitting B where they were finding a lot of that success.
That's great.
On the run from the Penguins.
That's crazy work. I guess he's a little intimidating. Yeah, again, Crew.
Jack, thank you for saying that. Okay, straight into the pistol.
Sen on the attack side now.
A big trap play set up from Crew. 4 players involved in this.
Well, didn't need much of a trap play, just one person apparently would have been enough to deal with Zelsis. Crew, though, they do get that advantage they're looking for early and can now scale up towards rubble. Kesner having the option to embed himself here and get out with the gate crash later.
There we go. Cross the wall, deny some of that passive
perfect timing
for the defenders. Now forced to look at B main.
And Kesner plays far back over towards A. They should be able to have a 2-2 here.
Okay, will be narrate first. Second also making his way up the C
probably
side.
just going to wait for all the recharge util, and they got a drone to retake as well.
To try and retake from Halls, and Zekken wants to get ahead of this now. Wow, okay, Paranoia also committed to that effect. Zekken going to try and get out here. Yes, util will of course spot onto Crew as they look to flood now
Crew
back
could
onto
have
the
done
side.
better with their util, but
doesn't really know where to be looking right now. Flash comes in, but Sentinels have been able to set themselves
big
up here at the back
fade,
of the C site. So we're looking
dude,
for
everyone's looking for it.
Control of the
John is doing so much damage through the smoke.
Second, there's some sharp shooting, but eventually finding his third. It's up to John.
Okay, nicely done.
Cannot hold the tides of Crew at bay.
Xeno was just here, out aiming everyone.
I like that Sen were trying to fight for some of that back hall's control. We saw
yeah,
that
they really wanted to try take this. As soon as that Omen Flash came in, the Omen flashed back and just took all the space. Then it turned out to be a really rough buy. I mean, rough plant.
With utility onto Sen,
1-1. For the pistols. Akno, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you for the 37 months. I appreciate that.
Minimal utility you have access to on a pistol round, it all found value.
Dude, I haven't seen this emote for a long time.
In that post-plant scenario. So Bang is looking at Halls and then Waterfall and doesn't really know, and it ends up pulling back for safety's sake. There's maybe a world where Sen could have benefited from taking some more real estate, but it's hard on that C site regardless.
Okay.
Still one for Crew, they get ahead.
Crew on the bonus. Dude, I find this so weird. There's been a couple of teams that have been doing this. On defense, where they go for the pistols, it does get scary.
They are not going to risk anything. They want the absolute max buy when they get to the gun round.
Okay, pulling off the B side pretty quickly here. You can see Sentinels want to take control of that waterfall route over towards B side. Shield wall going to be thrown up here as well to give them that early warning.
This is a nice round from the Sentinels, by the way. This is a hard retake. We got wall down here, we got Fawns, we got smoke. We don't have guns on 2 people.
There's so much utility from Sen to wade through.
2 players at upper here. Melser actually forced out. He has to retake this space, but off the Paranoia, he's able to. Keston fires one, but Bang could be a problem.
God,
and Verso, though, is sharp as attack, folks.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with Crew here.
Nice flood from Crew.
They were,
really see the
even though there was like a lot of time pressure at the end here, they were so chill.
Really well off of all of
super
the
chill with
volleys that they have to just throw
Melzer
onto
did
the
incredible,
ground
to be honest.
John and Zelsis alike. But it's a Crew biding their time and going for that full retake with really tight timings. Everyone getting into all the different areas of the map here. Melser pushing the baby door at the same time. They take a double fight on Zelsis.
Bacon's asking how. It's a little bit like that.
Baby door together.
Both flashes were good.
Really nice, all those timings.
So already a dimensional drift developed here for Kesnet on this defense side. On a big map like that, just having that available to you defensively is a huge boon. Especially against a Viper with that low.
What is this little pinch? Omen TP, so you can get the Omen Flash out. Hits 2 of them. The Rate might have to save the day. Wait, is he not flashed?
Zelsis is waiting for the push up for Shy. This one has fallen flat from Crew. Sen laid the trap. Oh, buddy, the firing squad is ready to unleash, and Kesnit.
Chat, was he not flashed? I was looking on the mini-map. I thought he ate it.
Sen ready for the pivot to re-aggress out of B with a high-low setup.
DJ, you like the stream hype, man.
Listen, I'm not going to be.
I like it.
Not going to be mad at Crew ever for trying to do something.
He was flashed?
Proactive on your bonus round.
But it's to a fault, I think, for this team. More often than not, Crew
fade eye? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was watching the rate and I was like, well, he's in a position to. He's the only one that didn't eat the flash to help them out here.
To see if they just try to make too much happen.
Damn, nice shots. Yeah, so he must have thrown his fade eye here. Makes a lot of sense.
Push down too far on the extremities.
Yeah, of course, Crew have adopted this Teho look after having a bit more traditional approach and kick off. So far, so good. They also set up on rubble.
Second
pretty standard look here
is
for Crew. Going to be a bit of a fight though off the back of this.
Guys, he just naded from there. How?
How
did the Verso not know?
Able to get involved and deal with the raise. Narrate still
they're not going to know again.
Wants to take a fight here, but is it much to be
He
found?
had him,
Verso almost predicting this. Narrate still able to succeed. 3 versus 3 now over on the B side.
But while the mayhem's going on, we had Zelsus walk over towards B. And Kesnit doesn't have a TP to get out of there, so he has to bail him. The info gather.
There didn't actually have a teleport he could go into.
For a shot.
Oh, Mazzino on the line.
God's Son with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 3 months.
That corner of the box.
I mean, Narrate is just convinced there's no one tucked on that box. He's looking at Baby
thank you for the
there.
bits. Thank you so much, bro.
Device util.
Zelsus is trying to sell the solo man fake. So John can just work up towards A for free.
It's not called Celsius for nothing, Wyatt. At least John's been able to get up over towards this A side.
It's still very doable.
With, however, you've got to be ready for this. Mazzino shows a little bit.
They're not going to expect this plant to go down when they just saw one.
Celsius now needs to get towards A.
Does
he's
have
definitely where he's been cut off from that baby door angle.
42 HP, and who did the damage? They died, right? Did they die? I have no idea who did the damage on John. I'm not sure if they know he's low or not.
But John can't play off this. He cannot help Zelsus right now. He's just got to sit inside the pit.
I love this decision from him. He's just playing passive. He just wants
John
to
has a smoke. If he wants to put the smoke down as well, but it would give away his position.
Is he going to be quick enough? Zelsus is already wrapping around. He's no longer looking to be
devastating.
Busy.
Big
this
flash.
is the problem now. He's got to get through 3 players. Mazzino's already gotten this to half now. Kesnit trying to swing
okay,
this.
nicely handled in the end from Crew.
Decent idea.
I mean, Sentinels are fine.
Can't
Loads
really
of money.
keep Crew interested enough in him.
I do love how they set that up.
Armor rebuy, that's it.
Gets that kill onto John with the run and gun.
This game is mental. Bacon has been wild.
When you don't have an initiative,
this whole round was insane.
Drone, you send in the human drone, which is like it is right there. But he also finds the kill.
The human drone.
That's what they call it. Good round.
Rolling thunder here for Mazzino, who can I just say, really that return to playing initiator on this Crew.
Would you say that Sentinels need to win Lotus? I have no idea what their icebox is like. The split's good.
Once again,
defense, they are opting to fight this A side so aggressively.
It's a dangerous proposition against a team like Crew. This is really their bread and butter, Wyatt. These early pops, these fights here, these anchoring crossfires, they love to set up. Then just maybe want to do it on a syncopated timing, but they've lost second there. Kesnit audaciously just holding a line already. Poison Orb at least is going to let Sen imply that they've walked out to rubble, but Crew are not buying it for a
7
second.
HP gets out of there. They lost their entry.
To just rip that Rolling Thunder on them, but I love this. They take it a little bit slower, get the full reclear right now with the stealth drone from Adverso, so they know that Sen have no intentions of slowly contacting back up A at the moment. They could be more concerned with elsewhere on the map.
All of A control. Oh, that is.
On this one, John does get his pound of flesh.
Yeah, I find that weird. I don't know if they need to jump spot there after getting all the info over towards A.
Was an important anchor for them in that position. He's been compromised. Adverso's able to push up now and eventually wrap over towards this mount area or stay embedded in case there's a bounce back, but it's not time for that. Rolling Thunder's going to complicate the calculus here for Sentinels.
Definitely got to keep an eye on Adverso. He's going for this and no one's looking behind yet.
To this side, the odds are not good.
20 seconds, they got to focus on getting onto site. And there's a 3-person hold on site. I mean, Sentinels are cooked on this round.
Sentinels here, they've got to go 13 seconds left, but Adverso strikes from behind. And there's no coming back from that.
It is so comprehensive from Crew. I love that
they look
Rolling
good.
Thunder timing. There's only 28 seconds left on the clock when that's sent out. causes that further delay. And even at that, it forces out a piece like the Paranoia from Bang. And then by the time they're trying to get back in,
timeout. They got no timeouts. They used both timeouts in the first half.
Just so well-rounded.
Wyatt, Sentinels use their timeouts to win those thrifties.
What are you doing, bro?
They have no timeouts left. No opportunities for Kaplan to intervene from here on out.
Oh, God.
Are starting to run away with this map.
He's given it.
Right now, Meltzer is pushed up over towards Mound.
Oh, boy.
He's just
Wow.
by 2 for 2.
I was going to say, he could potentially give it again, but they've managed to force through with Stingers. They get double gun upgrade. With a plant here, Narrate gets all. They actually have the advantage, other than the HPs and no armor.
Kesnet gets a freebie. Now wants to keep putting that pressure down. It's going to be Bang, who's
Went for the greedy plant.
Falls, and it's up to the lone man. Can Bang do it? Kesnet falls quickly. Mizzino and Verso surely going to double swing this, and Bang has to have a sense of it. Can he find some purchase
my
here?
God, I saw the lineup.
It's no. It's Adverso.
Once again, Adverso's going to be one away from his ult.
The IGL for Crew returning to the Tier 1 scene after a couple years in Challengers. And you can't ask for 3 better agents in that retake situation than having your Breach, Tejo, and Yoru to come back in on the C site. After that initial 2v2 fight, this Crew team, they are looking electric with this comp.
I'm so
after
confused.
being behind the meta in kickoff. They're never usually the trend-setting team with the agents that are being run. They are.
I thought he got caught out planting there. Did he plant, go back, and then duel there, or was it like straight after he planted?
To adjust to the meta.
It looked on the replay like he actually planted and went for the fight.
That's when this Crew team can really take things up a notch. Be one of the top teams that we've got in this America scene.
It was straight after, so he was caught out. Okay.
What already is.
And it's not too
That's
bad.
what Crew are looking for.
It really looked like he planted and then went for the fight.
Still, the rest of Sentinels are going to commit to this B side. That Showstopper's about to expire.
Yeah, let's see what the reaction like is from Crew here, because they're in a weird position.
But they are swarming over B.
3-person walk behind. They might have absolutely owned it. Then they drone to make it look like numbers are trying to push here, but actually the numbers are coming from behind. Wait, Crew are kind of.
Also able to stack up with many. There's other players. Here comes that Armageddon over towards the B side. It's going to force a little bit of movement.
Force them away, but the tail needs to take that space if he's going to do this.
It's Melza making his way through. The hit squad of Crew are not missing right now. They are deadly effective. Narrate's able to find just the one here, but it's 3v1.
It's pure chaos at the moment. It's so fast. Man, Crew do some lovely stuff.
See the light of day through his ears. And Crew get to 12.
These guys are so sharp with the aim right now.
Freddy, thanks so much for the prime. Thank you for the 19 months. Not even just the aim, like
they are up there with
the fake drone into a retake, and you're actually going 3-person behind because they have a fatal is like genius.
Every time you've seen him get a kill with the Phantom, it has just been lightning fast. The way he's rounding these corners, the reaction time has been so insane. And that is the danger of this Crew squad. It feels like at any moment, any of the players on this team can just go nuclear.
Dude, look at their ults. They just win it. They win it here and now.
With Kesnet already last week.
5 chances for Crew.
Sen fighting like they're programmed to do so, but Kesnet was born and molded by this scenario. He hasn't seen a quiet early round until he was already an adult.
They're good on this map.
5v3 in this map point. Crew are looking imperious. And the Raid has struggled.
He has been struggling, and this is Sen's map pick at that. It's been a home map for them in 2025. This is the only map that they actually were able to get a win on in Bangkok. And Crew are just looking a cut above.
Sen now have to go for this. That's the sheer wall, of course, that is going to give away their intent.
Yeah, and they want to get a
Crew can take
a kill before they plant.
Grouped up now, 3 players, of course, and bear in mind, Steel
Sen's
Guard and
map pick.
Dimensional
Yeah,
Drift,
dude, whoever picks Lotus just loses
Crew.
it these days, it looks like.
They can play with their food a little. Here comes the Drift. This is Kesnet.
How many has he had in this game? It seems like every other round.
Yeah, is this initial D with how much he's been drifting? Wild. Okay, here's that Steel Guarded. Now Sentinels without their primary weapons. As much as we like the Sen bundle, that might not be enough to get them over the line here. It's going to be popped by both sides. Celsius was able to develop his as well. And here's John looking to take a fight towards Halls. A long climb, though, still.
Wow. That's a commit with all the pistols. Big flash. Damn, dude. Shy tucked in the whole time.
Oh, man. What a statement to make. Sentinels map pick
They
up Lotus with
absolutely,
Icebox next in the rotation.
absolutely
Crew
wrecked him
grinning
on
from ear to
defense
ear.
here.
They are firing on all
They wrecked him on
cylinders
defense.
individually. Feels like top to bottom. Kesnit with some of those entries, Mazzino in the retakes, and Shy is always going to be good for a couple in the late round. He is the closer for this Crew squad.